Good evening, I'm Chip Brentwood, and this is Super Mega Ultra News. In our top story tonight, it turns out that recycling may actually be bad for the environment. Studies have shown that all our painstaking environmental efforts may actually have been counterproductive. Scientists have recently discovered that putting pressure on the Earth's ecosystems promotes evolution and could cause an overall increase in biodiversity in the future. This could be good news for big corporations, since industrial expansion could create the conditions needed to create new biological mutations, which could turn out to be something like really cute little fluffy critters or fish you can take out for a walk. There are actually several things you can do at home. Experts recommend that you bury all your non-biodegradable trash, dispose of styrofoam in your microwave, and burn paper or tires whenever possible. For more information on how to help our ever-evolving planet, visit www.mutocorp.com. Wow, I guess you're not harmful at all. Awesome. But as it turns out, something very harmful still looms on the horizon as Bieber fever spreads like a plague over our trembling nation. Nearly all civilized countries have reported extremely widespread cases of this dangerous and terminal disease. With all the info, here's Jake Peruccio.
Thanks, Chip. Hi, I'm Jake, and I'm here at the Honda Center in Anaheim where girls are going crazy about the Justin Bieber concert. Screaming girls are suffering from the same thing. It's estimated that there's 100,000 girls inside and out of the venue that all are diagnosed with the same... What the... Did you just see that? All right. There has to be 100,000 girls in and out of the venue. They're all diagnosed with the same thing. They're calling it Bieber fever. Rumors are crazy about the non-believers. Physically assaulted JB. Due to this incident, many of Justin Bieber's fans have joined together to show their love and support for that little guy.
Thank you for that, Jake. I, for one, will be taking precautions. In other environmental news, our investigative team has a special report on newly discovered evidence regarding the BP oil spill in the Gulf of Mexico. What they have to say may shock you. Here's Lauren Grooms with the story.
Oil. It's the substance that keeps the world moving. Without it, our society comes to a standstill. However, it can be the catalyst to much devastation.
The oil rig explosion caused this spill.
The BP oil spill in the Gulf destroyed the environment, hurting wildlife and angering people everywhere. This at first appeared to be a terrible accident. However, we have discovered evidence that gives us reason to believe that BP staged the spill for their own agenda. New evidence shows that BP is lighting the spilled oil on fire in an attempt to encase the world in black smoke and blot out the sun, therefore making solar power impossible and keeping the world reliant on BP for its energy. We have intercepted a phone call from BP CEO Tony Hayward detailing his plan.
We'll have greater confidence than we have today that the whole thing is going to work. I want to acknowledge the questions that you are rightly asking. So the top kill is proceeding broadly in line with our plan.
Using this new information, we have concluded that Operation Top Kill is the name of their plot. Wow. Back to you, Chip.
Thank you, Lauren. We'll be following the details of the story as it develops. The online phenomenon Facebook has been criticized by many. It's been called a waste of time, a cultural void, and a teeming den of stalkers and pedophiles. So what? It's fun. But as it turns out, Facebook isn't as harmless as it seems. For one unlucky local teenager, Facebook took on a much darker persona. As our agent in the field, Duncan Boisno, will explain, Facebook can kill you. Duncan?
Thanks for that, Chip. I'm here today to discuss how Facebook can kill. Local resident of HBHS, Billy Buttonbottom, was found dead last week, slumped over his computer. He was 300 pounds and a senior at our high school. Some people called him a loser, so he did not have very many friends. He made himself a Facebook and had tons of virtual friends, thousands and thousands of virtual friends. He would send them pokes and they would poke him back, and he would send messages and they would message him back. Sometimes Billy Buttonbottom would get into a poke war with some of his friends, but they'd see who could poke each other the most. Other times, Billy Buttonbottom would receive spam pokes, in which his friends would poke him repeatedly until his computer turned off.
I noticed he didn't come down for breakfast one morning, so I went up to see him, and he was slumped over his computer.
Scientists discovered, after extraneous multiple tests on puppies, kittens, and baby monkeys, that it takes a little over 9,000 pokes to kill someone. So all you losers out there receiving pokes, constantly. Make sure you do not get poked over 9,000 times.
Oh! Sorry, I was just updating my Facebook status. Gotta love them interwebs. Oh, well, we all know what that sound means. It's that time of the week again. This week's installment of Night Watch. Well, Grundy Grunt, what have you got for us today?
It's Brandy Grant. Anyways, I'm here with Night Watch, where we observe the daily life of Mr. Jamie Knight.
Here we see Mr. Knight working studiously. Take a look.
Here we see Mr. Knight having a heart-to-heart with an upside student. Here we caught Mr. Knight on his lunch break. Interesting.
Tune in next week to see Mr. Knight folding his laundry.
Thanks for keeping tabs on him for us. The art world is celebrating another cultural milestone in our human aesthetic as the annual ASB Poster Art Show opened last Friday. The art world is abuzz again, much like last year, when such masterpieces as Drug Awareness Ghost, Pink Breast Cancer Flamingo, and Plain Black Stick Figure on white background with literally no purpose were unveiled to massive critical acclaim. Here's Nick Vuno with all the info.
Thanks, Chip. We're here at the annual ASB Poster Gallery to check out some of this year's finest art. So far, it seems to be another great year for our local ASB artists. And earlier today, we scheduled an interview with a local art collector to share his opinions on this year's collection.
Well, first of all, I'd just like to acknowledge the entire student body of Huntington Beach High School for putting together this great art show. Everybody here is having a great time. In particular, this painting, I do believe it's, indeed it is, oil-based painting, really drew my attention. It's such a spectacular piece of art. The curves and the style the artist used is just spectacular for this level. It's really great.
From art collectors to students, everyone seems to be having a great time. This is Nick Vuno, your reporter in the field. Back to you, Chip.
Oh, and doesn't it just warm your heart to know that these pieces are being respected for the works of art they truly are? Hard to think it wasn't long ago when these important cultural touchstones were just torn down and thrown in the trash. Sad, sad, sad. Well, let's get on a serious note. Let's talk witches. A local man has been accusing numerous people for witchcraft for a variety of strange reasons. He claims they should, quote, burn at the stake for their terrible acts on this God-forsaken world. God help us all, misery, misery. Let's go to Elizabeth in the field.
Thanks, Chip. We're here with Giles McMahon, and he's saying that everyone is a witch.
'Cause they are.
And why do you believe this, sir?
My ex-wife.
What did she do to you that made
She made my house disappear.
How did she make your house disappear?
She took it in divorce.
Did she perform any witchcraft?
Plenty of witchcraft. She cheated me out of over $500,000.
We're here with a local woman who has chosen not to reveal her identity. She was recently accused of being a witch. Are there any truth to these allegations?
No, all of a sudden a man just came and attacked me, calling me a witch.
But you look like a witch.
No, I don't!
Guy's a witch!
Oh my god.
Are you a witch?
No, sir.
You smell like a witch.
Thank you, Elizabeth, for that fascinating story. I know what I'm not being for Halloween. And now for tonight's final story, a local pottery class where it's okay to get a little dirty. Here's Tanner Howe with all the muddy details.
Thanks, Chip. Tanner Howe here at the pottery room, where Mr. Harwood has just brought in pots from ancient Greece. You can tell by the pot design that these pots are priceless, and now Huntington Beach owns these. Bob, look in the air!
Come on, Mom, stop texting me. What happened to the feed? For all you viewing at home, it appears an unusually large object, a meteor, asteroid, or something, has entered Earth's atmosphere, and hey, Bill! He's the local expert on this kind of thing. He's huddled in the corner, praying. I'm sure it's fine. Wait, what? What did he say? Total what? Come on, how much damage could... Oh...